When I think of the snow, I always think of the past, mainly because the snow happens once in a blue moon and the past always resurfaces somehow, maybe once in a blue moon as well. But there were good days too back then, and I forget sometimes it wasn't all bad. I don't remember much of my parents being together, but I remember my family had a lot of gatherings on the weekends and spending time with, multiple sides of the families. And I remember most of the holidays, they were so big and just grand and everybody laughing and sharing stories. And I remember that feeling of walking through your neighborhoods and it feels like someone was looking at you, or felt like someone was right behind you, walking next to you, even though you would walk by yourself sometimes, from school. I remember having pizza nights and with, staying up late, watching movies or listening to music. I remember jumping on my mom's bed until it broke. I remember a tree in the backyard of my grandparents' house, and it was so tall, like maybe 15 to 20 feet, and my brothers and I would jump off of it, just falling on the ground in the dirt or jumping off a swing. I don't know why it felt good at the time. Maybe not so much for my knees now, but I remember the times I would get scared. It was hard for me to find myself and to overcome my fears. Thinking of the snow, it's almost like the past and the future. We remember the things from the past. When we were young, we wanted to be old. And then when we became old, we wanted to be young again. But maybe all we ever needed was to be okay with where we are. And I think having so many paths to choose from, I find myself sometimes like feeling like I'm paralyzed with indecision or something that could have been a wrong choice. And if I could just find the one door to open to lead me into whatever or wherever my life is meant to go, I can find peace. I can be happy with today and tomorrow. I'm learning to turn the negative to a positive. I'm learning how to do things for myself. I want to go to bed at a decent time, and I try really hard to speak up for myself, and I'm learning how to say no and how to walk away if I don't feel okay, basically. And I try to remember, to let myself also be vulnerable, even if I have to like write it down. I find myself always saying something negative in my head, but I have to learn that I am making progress. And I know that today is the day that I start getting better. I'm not there yet, but I'm starting to see just what life can be. Maybe that's okay. And getting better isn't just going to happen overnight, and it's going to take a lot of time and work along the way. I'm tired of being afraid of making mistakes that I will regret. And I'm tired of like feeling like I'm going to lose things or everything that I have, or, and that I don't have anything to gain. Like I'm tired of feeling like who I need to become and stop, bottling up my emotions, and tired of holding back from making any choices. And I'm tired of like letting the fear take over me and, control me. And I just want to learn to live with the fear, to make choices and know it's going to be okay, even if I do make a mistake. I don't want to have regrets. Overall, though, I just wanted to, again, talk about some of the things I'm currently, working on myself, and some of the self-reflecting moments of my life from the past and the future, and just kind of want to get to a point in my life where, again, like I say, I'm okay with today and tomorrow, and I don't want to feel so stressed sometimes. But the stress is something that is, the factor of we're not going to always be where we want to be, but it's just how we get to that point in our lives. Like, how can we take those steps to get closer and closer to where you want to be, and the things you want to start scratching off that bucket list, or practicing that inner peace, or the self-care, or the self-reflecting. And days like this, it's a perfect day for me to self-reflect, and I just, for some reason, I just think of the past when I think of the snow, and I think of the future. I don't know what it is about the snow, and it just kind of puts me into like a weird funk. Like, I'm not sad, but I'm not happy at the same time. It's like a weird, I don't know what it is. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, where I do get happy when I see the snow, because it's like, oh wow, it snowed. But then I don't have that same, obviously that same excitement when I was a kid. Like, everything felt more, exciting when I was younger. But I guess I'm still trying to, like we say, I'm literally trying to put in that self-care that I need to do more, and switching the, like I say, the negative to the positive. And it's funny because even right now, like, I'm trying to create more habits in my life, which is, cleaning. And as you can see, I'm cleaning my living room here. And this is something that my wife and I try to do before we go to bed. Whether anything, it's like, cleaning dishes, or, mopping or sweeping or whatever. We both try to do this before night, because we both worked in restaurants, and we usually call it the night shift. Like, I'm going to tidy up before I go to bed. It's kind of like when you're closing in a restaurant, so you just get everything, pick up all the the things, all the snacks, all the trash or whatever. But again, I'm just trying to, get into better habits and create more consistent patterns in my life. And I think I really do believe that consistency is one of the hardest things to time manage sometimes. And it's also hard to maintain any kind of consistency, whether that's you going to the gym, whether you're eating healthy. I mean, it could be anything. Like, it's just having something constant in your life. And I think that has to do with a lot of change. And I think that's what's happening right now in my life, the point where I am at right now. And it's changing constantly. And I feel like good change is better than no change. So even if it's the smallest change, or if it's a huge drastic change, I feel like that's really what I need. I really need to just adapt to it. And I think because of how hectic things sometimes can be, spur of the moment, and getting calls like every 5 to 10 minutes, or having to drive from one side of town to the next side of town, or having to go pick up this and then go here and there and there. And it's these everyday routines that can be kind of like, it's like I'm here in the moment, but sometimes I feel like I'm on autopilot. But but I guess, again, I'm just working at it. I'm working on these mental, emotional struggles that I feel like it's an everyday battle, and I'm trying to get better at it. And I just want to be, better person. And I'm always trying to be more humble, and to understand there's always a different side to things in life, and it's not one-sided. And I just want to be more understanding of situations and just random things that life throws our way. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.